Good morning, student. Today we will discuss our CBSE previous year paper. Our first question is write formula for giving by. By is a sort of privilege given to a team to play directly in second round without playing first round. The team which get by, he will directly play in the second round without playing first round. Formula for giving by is next highest power of 2 minus number of team, and by in upper half is nb plus 1 upon 2, and for lower half nb minus 1 upon 2. Next is what are micronutrients? Micronutrients are those nutrients which are required in small quantity. Micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, these are the micronutrients. These are required in small proportions in our diet. These vitamins and minerals act as defensive food and help in proper functioning of various organs of our body. Suggest any 2 freehand exercise for corrections of round shoulders. Round shoulders, correction for round shoulders, correction for round shoulder. Round shoulder, it is a posture deformity in which the shoulders become round and the shoulders become round, that is our shoulders bend forwards, our head, our chin is downward, head is forward, and the body weight is shifted to the forward. The cause of round shoulders are due to carrying heavy weight like school bag, um, uh, weak muscle of the chest, shoulders, wrong postures, wrong posture during reading and writing, etc. These are the cause, and the corrective measure for round shoulders are by doing chakrasans. All backward bending exercise. By doing backward bending exercise, we can correct our round shoulders like doing chakrasan, dhanuasan, bhujangasan, ustrasan, reverse sit-ups, Ardha Chakrasan, etc. These are the some asanas through which we can correct our round shoulder. Explain the importance of fluid intake during competitions. During competitions, we should take maximum fluid. It's help to maintain the water balance, helps in helps to transport nutrients throughout the body, helps to remove waste from the bodies. It also helps to maintain hydrate. It prevent dehydrations, avoid injury, maintain blood sugar levels, and also delay the fatigue. These are the some importance benefit of fluid intake during competition. Therefore, during competitions, we should take simple carbohydrate and liquid items like juice, energy drink, etc. Osteoporosis, it is not in your syllabus. Next is aid food. This is also not. What is stroke volume? Stroke volume is the amount of blood pumped out by the heart per beat. That is at rest it is 50 to 70 ml per beat, and during exercise our heart beat about 110 to 130 ml beat. What kind of sports injury is termed as abrasions? Abrasion is a soft tissue injury, like abrasion, it is a soft tissue injury. An injury over the skin in which the skin is rubbed by the friction. That is, our skin is rubbed over a rough and hard surface. Rubbing of skin over a hard and rough surface is known as abrasion. So, for its management, First aid treatment is first avoid force frictional, clean the affected part with some antiseptic cream, wash it properly through by Dettol, etc. and use some antiseptic cream. Next is this friction is not in syllabus. How participation in physical activity enhances self-esteem among the children. If we do physical activities, it's improve our physical fitness, develop confidence in a child. It helps to improve the ability to solve the problem, stop comparing yourself to others, helps to maintain self-discipline, self-respect, etc. Explain what is strength and write the methods for improving strength. Strength is the ability to overcome the resistance. Okay, strength, it is the ability of a muscle to overcome the resistance or act against resistance. Means the amount of force a muscle can exert. There are two types of strength: static strength and dynamic strength. Static strength means ability to overcome the resistance from a single point, from a fixed point like pushing a wall. Dynamic strength means ability to overcome the resistance while in motions. In dynamic strength, there are three types: maximum strength, explosive strength, and strength endurance. Maximum strength means the ability to overcome the resistance, ability to overcome maximum resistance. For examples, during weightlifting. Explosive strength, it is a combination of strength and speed. Ability to overcome resistance with high speed like during jumping. And strength endurance, it is a combination of strength and endurance, means ability to overcome the resistance under the conditions of fatigue. For examples, swimming, cycling, marathon running, etc. These are the three. And the methods, the training methods to improve strengths are isometric exercise, isotonic exercise, and isokinetic exercise. These are the three methods through which we can improve the strength. Like isometric exercise. Isometric, it is a combination of two words, iso and metric. Iso means same and metric means length. So in isometric exercise, the length of the muscle remain the same during the workout. Okay, the length of the muscles remain the same during the workout. The exercise has no external movement. There is no visible movement. Hence, the work done is zero. Okay, in isometric, the length of the muscle remain the same. Therefore, there is no movement. There is no visible movement. In isometric exercise like pushing a wall, etc. Isometric. Next is isotonic exercise. Iso means same, tonic means tension. So in isotonic exercise, there is same tension in the muscle. There is same tension in the muscle. In isotonic exercise, the length of the muscles become changed, that is shortening and lengthening of muscle along with tension in the muscle. In isotonic exercise, there are two types, concentric and eccentric. In concentric, it is a upward movement. That is muscle becomes shortening in muscles, and eccentric, it is lengthening of muscles. the length of the muscle increase. And next, isokinetic. Iso means same, kinetic means motion. So in isokinetic exercise, there is same motion in both flexor and extension muscle. Okay, in isokinetic exercise, there is a movement along with continuous tension in both flexor and extension muscle. For example, cycling, swimming, etc. Okay, these are the three exercise through which we can improve our strength. Write about deformity of spinal curvature. Spinal curvature deformity is related to spine deformity of spinal curvatures like lordosis, scoliosis and kyphosis. These are the deformity of the spine, like kyphosis. Kyphosis, it is the problems of the thoracic and cervical spine, that is abnormal curvatures of spine. The spine bend forward, and the cause of kyphosis are due to wrong posture, heavy weight. In kyphosis, the neck bend forward, shoulders come forward, our weight transferred to the forward. Corrective measures are doing backward bending exercise like chakrasan, Ardha Chakrasan, Dhanuasan, Bhujangasan. Lotuses, it is it is a posture deformity of the lumbar spine in which the lumbar spine bend forward beyond its normal levels. That is our abdomen is ahead. Our abdomen is ahead of the body. Shoulders is bent backward. Our weight is transferred towards backward. Heel, there is lot of pressure over the heel. And the cause of lordosis is weak abdominal muscle, overweight, etc. And the corrective measure for lordosis is forward bending exercise like doing halasan, toe touching, paschimottanasana, forward bending exercise. And next is scoliosis. Scoliosis, it is a problem of spine, that is in scoliosis the vertebral columns bend sideward. Okay, in scoliosis the vertebral columns bend sideward, that is one shoulders downward and other shoulders is rise up. Our weight is shifted to sideward. There is lot of pressures over one side of the foot, and the cause of scoliosis are due to weak undeveloped leg, difference in leg length, lifting heavy weight towards one side, etc. And the corrective measures are doing trikonasana, tarasana, etc. Next is what safety measures children should be taught while participating in river rafting. Before doing any activity, we should do a proper warming up, have full concentration over the activity, using proper equipment, safety guard, following the rules and regulations of the games, doing the training under the supervision of expert. Always carry a medical kit, don't overexert yourself, etc. And have a knowledge of swimming, knowledge of classifications of rivers, wear a life jacket, etc. Fiction, it is a systematic arrangement of a team. Okay, fiction, it is a systematic arrangement of a team. And according to that fixture, the player compete with each others. Explain different types of coordinative ability. Coordinative ability, it is the ability of a body to perform the movement perfectly and efficiently. If a person is able to do a movement perfectly and efficiently, it means that he has a good coordinative ability. Okay, coordinative ability means ability to perform the movement perfectly and efficiently without getting disbalance, or we can say it is the ability to change the directions of movement in shortest time without getting disbalance. And for and there are six type of coordinative ability: adaptive ability, balance ability, combinatory ability, kinesthetic ability, rhythmic ability, and orientation ability. Orientation ability, it is the ability to change the positions of the body according to the time and place, like during playground, etc. Coupling ability, it is also known as combinatory ability. Coupling ability means ability to coordinate, ability to combine one movement with other movement to perform better, means ability to put one partial movement together into more complex movement. Okay, this is known as coupling ability, that is combinatory ability, combining one movement with the other movement. Next is balance ability. Balance ability means ability to keep the body or its part in a stable position. For example, in gymnastics. Rhythmic ability means ability to understand the rhythm of the movement and performing movement according to that rhythm, means ability to grasp the rhythms of the movement and express that movement in a very coordinate with a graceful action. Adaptive ability means ability to adapt or adjust or modify the motor action on the base of comparisons or anticipations of new or changing condition while performing the activity. This is known as adaptive ability. Okay, adaptive ability means ability to modify or change the movement on the base of comparisons or anticipation of new or changing situation. Balance ability means ability to keep the body or its part in a stable position, for example in gymnastics. Combinatory ability means ability to put one partial movement with others complex movement, means combining one movement with others movement. Kinesthetic ability means ability to realize the kinetic and dynamic features of the movement. And last, orientation ability means ability to understand the body movement and express that movement according to the time and place. For example, during playground, playfield. Write briefly about protein as an essential component of diet. First thing, protein, it contains elements of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. Proteins helps in growth and development of the body, that is it's help in growth and building of new cells, tissue. It helps in repairing of cells or tissue, helps in formulations of protoplasma, that is protein. It's help in growth and development. It's help growth and development of the muscles. It help to repair the body tissue. If the body tissue get damaged, it's help in repairing. It's help in quick healing of the injury, and quick healing of the injury, healing, repair or replace the worn out tissue. And there are two types of protein: essential proteins and non-essential proteins. Essential protein, there are 9 essential proteins which are taken from the food, and these are not made in our body, like pulse, milk, dairy product, soybean, etc. And non-essential proteins are there are 13 non-essential proteins. Body require them in small quantity, like dry fruit, grains, vegetables, etc. Protein we should take 15 to 20% in our diet. And the source of proteins source of proteins are dairy products, soybean, vegetables, dry fruit, etc. Next, differentiate between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. The word motivations is derived from the Latin word mover, which means to change or to move. So motivation is a moving force. Motivation is a moving force which energizes an individual to do an activity, and the persons who has more motivations, his performance is better. Okay, first, motivation, it is a moving force that energizes an individual to do an activity. There are two types of motivations: intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivations, or we can say internal motivation. Intrinsic motivations are those motivations which come from inside of an individual. Like trust, hunger, safety, interest, love, etc. The persons do activity for their own sake. It does not get anything from that activity. Okay, the person do for their own enjoyment, for their own enjoyment. This is known as intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivations means those motivation which come from inside of an individual. He does not get anything. And extrinsic motivation, or we can say external motivation. External motivations are those motivation which come from outside, which come from external source, like reward, punishment, money, etc. The persons do activity because by doing that activity he will get something. To get that things he do the activity, but in internal motivations he does not get anything. Internal motivation, it comes from inside an individual. He do activity for his own sake. And external motivation, it comes from outside. He do activity for gaining something. So the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation: first, natural motivation and internal. Intrinsic motivation, it is natural and internal. Extrinsic motivations, it is outside, it is external factors, it comes from outside. Intrinsic motivations depend upon emotional needs, biological needs, personal needs, social needs, but external motivations like reward, prize, social recognitions, etc. By performing intrinsic motivations, the persons get satisfaction, behaviors, happiness, and through extensive motivations, job, teachers, parents, internal motivations come from inside and externals it come from outside. These are the some different between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Next, write in details about dislocations and fractures along with bones and joint injury. Dislocation. Dislocation is displacement of bones from its dislocation of bones from its place, that is the adjoining bones are displaced from its normal positions. Fractures means breaking of bones by some external pressures. The bones break up by some external pressures, that is slight breakage or complete breakage of bones. Fractures, it is categorized into two parts: closed fractures and open fractures. Closed fractures, in closed fractures the bones break and remain inside the skin. There is no open or cut over the skin. And in open fractures there is a cut over the skin by the sharp edge of the broken bones. And fractures are further divided into complete fractures. In complete fractures, the bones totally break into two pieces. In incomplete fractures, there is only there is cracking or partial breaking of bones. Greenstreak fractures. In greenstreak fractures, the bones bend with mere cracking of the bones. The bones does not break complete. There is only cracking in the bones and the bones bend. Communicated fractures, the bones break into small pieces. Impact fractures. In impact fractures, the broken bones are and in impact fractures the broken bones slide over another's bones. Broken and go into the another's bones. Oblique fractures. In oblique fractures, the bones break diagonally. In transverse fractures, the broken bones the breaking of bones at right angles. Stress fractures. In stress fractures, the bones is break due to repeated stress over the bones. In compound fractures, there is a breaking of bones along with dislocation. And complicated fractures. In complicated fractures, the bone is crushed along with the bones is crushed into small pieces, and the delicate organs like brain, kidney, livers, etc. are damaged by it. These are the some types of fractures. Okay, complete fractures, incomplete fractures, greenstreak fractures, impact fractures, transverse fracture, stress fractures, oblique fractures, compound fractures, and complicated fracture. And the management or the treatment of fracture is: first, the symptom of fractures, there is a severe pain around the fractures or dislocation. The joint will look, there will be the swelling over the affected part. The joint or the bones there is no movement is possible. The temperatures is rise, and further fractures part is deformed. The treatment, the management technique is, first is do not move the joint, complete rest, keep the victim in a comfortable place, apply cold pack icing. It's helped to stop the internal bleeding, it's helped to stop the bleeding, plus reduce the swelling, reduce the pain, and provide support by some string or splint bandage, so that uh, further movement is not possible, and it also give a relief to the pain. And the patient should be handled only by the expert doctors. Some x-ray and other diagnosis should be done, and the experts should immobility by applying the plasters, so as to avoid the further movement, and the joint will take its real position. And the immobility should be done for approach 3 to 6 weeks. And after the treatment, after the full treatment, full treatment of dislocation or fractures, the rehabilitations and physiotherapy exercise should be done to regain the strength of the muscle, to regain the strength of the joint or bones under the observation of the expert.